Hey, how's it going? Lee here. Welcome to DIY Not, the how-to section. So in this portion of the channel, we go over everything from tech to building to creating to anything do-it-yourself. And then on top of that, kind of on a budget, pulling it down a little bit. Just because I know, or maybe you're in a different situation than I am, but when I started trying to figure out some of this stuff, when I started doing some DIY stuff at home, I didn't have the millions and millions of dollars to be able to, outsource everything, so I had to try to figure it out myself. So what I'm hoping to do is sharing some of this information with you guys. Now, a little bit of background on me. I do come from marketing previous to, in a past life anyway, digital marketing at that, so I have a little bit of know-how on some of, digital marketing channels and stuff like that. Now, this video in particular is set up on kind of 5 ways to get your first 100 subscribers, right? So what we're doing in this channel, we're starting kind of fresh and reworking some of our, videos and stuff like that. So you'll kind of see we're kind of at the beginning stage, which I know that some of you guys are too. And it can be frustrating, right? You get some videos, you're putting time in there, you're editing, and you're getting your content and your creativity out there. And then you're just not getting the views, you're not getting the likes, you're not getting the subscriptions, and it can be frustrating. So what I can tell you right from the start is, and I understand what you're going through, I understand where you are, and you just gotta keep driving, keep pushing through it. You'll get there. Now, the biggest challenge is you're going through YouTube and you're watching all these videos and you're consuming all this content, and the downside is you're watching videos from people that are already there. You see somebody that's got 1.5 million subscribers, 570,000 likes or views on a certain video, something like that. Now, those people have been doing it for years, or at least they've gotten that viral video that's pushed them up on YouTube's algorithm so that they show more stuff, right? So the key is to kind of watch that content, to absorb as much as you think you want to get from it, but try to pull yourself away from it, because you'll get there. You'll definitely get there. It's not a matter of it, but when, really. But until you get there, you've got to try to pull out of your mind and stop comparing yourself to them. And it's a challenge. It's not easy, and not easy at all. In the beginning, it was frustrating, and I could definitely see that. I'm watching some of these videos and thinking to myself, I can do that better than them. Why aren't people watching my video? Well, it's not that they don't like you or your videos. In reality, they don't know you or your videos. And then, but a bigger kind of key to that puzzle there is that YouTube doesn't know you or your videos, right? So YouTube has an algorithm that presents videos to people that they think they want to watch, so that they can stay on the YouTube channel and they can essentially get to videos that have commercials in them, right? So it's the YouTube can make money, or they can present stuff to you that will make you happy, or make you subscribe, or make you create the content. Now, YouTube doesn't have the majority of the content. They didn't create themselves, right? They rely on the creators to create. And that's what they're doing. And the videos that are out there, millions and billions of hours of videos, it's all made by people. And what YouTube has to do, or they're forced to do, is figure out a way to filter through that material to get you what you want, so that you'll stay and listen, like we said, right? So how do they do that, right? They're basing it off of people that are looking for stuff that you're creating, right? So you're putting tags in your videos, making sure you're using up all the tags that are available. You're putting a good description in there. You have a good title in there that's searchable, and that's a key thing, because Google or YouTube needs to be able to find your video and understand what you're trying to do in the video. And then it has to be able to kind of filter through all that stuff and then present it to people. Now, you'll notice when you get a video out there, you'll have views, within 10, 15 minutes, you'll start getting people to view on it. Well, what YouTube is doing when that happens is it's saying that, hey, people are interested in this content. So maybe I want to, continue to show it. But as soon as that falls off, then YouTube starts thinking, well, it was an initial engagement and then it's just not there. Well, what you're finding with people that have 1 million plus subscribers is that they have so much content in there that somebody's jumping into a video, they're showing a view for something they just put in there, and then moving to the next video and the next video and the next video, and it might be on the same channel. So what YouTube thinks is, hey, people maybe don't love this particular video because not everyone's going to be a winner, but they like the channel, so I'm going to keep showing more and more videos from this channel. So kind of balancing that and kind of working around that algorithm can be tricky. So what we're kind of doing is just really saying, it's a numbers game to start with. You want to make sure and get your videos out there. I've seen anywhere from 35 videos to get your first 1,000 subs to 115 videos. So from 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers, the average number of videos that they have in that group is 115. Which, you know, if you're really looking to get 1,000, you know, you're probably closer to the 35, but 35 sounds like a lot. If you're putting 1 or 2 videos a week, I mean, it's going to take you 5 months to get there almost. So, you know, it can be daunting and challenging, but you got to understand that you got to get that content out there. Because, I mean, YouTube also looks at, when they're looking at you and your channel as a creator, they're saying, well, this person put 1 video out there and that's it. There's nothing. Because there's another thing, it's in the fine print of, you know, you need 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours viewed, right? So there's 2 things to get monetized there. They're also saying within 1 year, right? So if you put 1 video and it's just a viral sensation and then nothing else, they may show your 1 video, but you're not going to stay up and, you know, you're not going to, you know, stay at the top of the search just because YouTube starts to think stuff like, you know, you're a one-time fluke, or you're just not, you're not somebody that's dedicated to doing this. Now, I'm not saying go out there and quit your job and just do videos all the time. A lot of people, a lot of content creators will do it on the side. They'll be doing it as kind of a, you know, a full-time job that they have normally, and then they'll be filming content at night or on weekends or something like that, and making sure they get the upload schedule in there. Which leads me into the next thing, making sure that you have a schedule, right? So YouTube is going to look at your channel and see if you're actually doing it, and then the subscribers, or the people that you want to subscribe, are going to start noticing if you're putting videos in there at any sort of consistent basis. So every Monday, I'm going to throw a video in there, and you want to put that in your description. When you're in your channel, you want to put that in, you know, when you're on your About Me section. You know, this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing it. This is a little bit about me. And then make sure you check back, because I'm going to put videos in here every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday, every Saturday night, whatever it is. And then you want to make sure and stick to it. So create, and then stick to a schedule. That's what's going to keep your subscribers there and get them back. So it's easy to say create, it's easy to say to the schedule, but then you might be thinking about your third thing and you're saying, well, what do I create, right? So I run out of ideas. You know, I did a video on how to set something up, but now what, right? So anything. You know, you'll watch videos on this kind of thing all over the place, and they'll tell you create videos about anything. There's stuff that's going on in your life. I mean, some of the biggest YouTubers started out with makeup tutorials, and it was really because they were doing their makeup on their own. They thought, hey, I've got a good way of doing this. Maybe I'll show people. The DIY section, like what we're talking about here, you know, how to hang a TV, how to run an outlet, how to make a bed a certain way, how to, you know, fold a fitted sheet. I mean, all these videos, if you do searches on any of those, you're going to see millions and millions of views on them, because people want to know that kind of stuff. They get excited about that kind of stuff. And then if you have anything that's going on in your life, people just want to know. They want to be involved in stuff. And they like, you know, especially during this quarantine time, they like, you know, knowing that people are doing okay and stuff like that, and the connection with people. So those kinds of things can help kind of give you video ideas that maybe you weren't thinking of before. So create, stick to a schedule, and then, you know, vary your videos, making sure that you're, you know, putting stuff out there, making sure you're getting content and getting it out there. And then in addition to this, engage with your audience. Engaging with your audience is huge too. So in the beginning, you're not going to get, you know, thousands of views on videos, but occasionally you'll get a comment in there, something like that. I mean, I always ask for comments. I want to know what people are thinking. If they like the video, if they want to see something else, if they want to see it a different way, if they have any questions about my process, I'm always asking for comments. And if they're in there, make sure you're jumping in there and replying to them. You know, throw a like on them. Make sure you're replying to the content that's in there. Avoid doing the sub for sub. You're going to get that in the beginning too. They'll say, hey, you know, subscribe to mine, I'll subscribe to yours. Those are not they're not going to be quality subscriptions. They're not going to be engaging audience. And YouTube gets upset about that too. It's a violation of their, you know, user agreement. So if you have 1 million sub for subs, and a lot of those, you get a lot of spam stuff in there too. So you want to avoid those. So create, schedule content. Avoid the scammers, avoid the sub for sub kind of stuff. And then the fifth thing, the final thing, is going to be the setup of your page, right? So I'm constantly tweaking my page. I'm constantly tweaking my banner image. I'm constantly tweaking my about section. My tags, 100%, your tags, you want to make sure, and I touched on this in the very beginning, that you're filling in it gives you 500 characters. Make sure you're using every single character possible. Think of any possible thing you can for, that relates to your video, that relates to your title, so that you can put it in a tag. These are all searchable things that YouTube uses when people are looking for something. How to wire an outlet. You want to make sure that you have a tag in there for how to wire an outlet, just so that people can search for it and then find your video. Because until you get those subscribers, they don't know where your channel is. They don't know that you have amazing, awesome, creative content. They have to be able to find you, and that's how they find you. That's how Google uses their algorithm to find you. They use those tags. They use your title, like we said. What I can tell in the very beginning, watch that content, absorb that content from other YouTubers, other creators, but try to not get stuck on how many views and subscribers that they have, because you'll get there, but you may not be there yet. And then, create, get your content out there, share it with your friends, but which is scary in the beginning too. But make sure you're getting out there. The more you get out there, the more likely it is YouTube to grab onto your videos and to present them to people and get them out there. So, like I said, throw it in the comments if you have any questions. Smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, which is huge. Think about subscribing if you want more videos like this kind of thing. Check out the other videos that are in there as well. And stay safe out there, guys. Thanks for watching.